What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. It's been a few weeks since I posted my previous video. I've been a little busy, had some crazy things happen in life. Should I tell y'all now? No, we gotta wait just maybe one more video. But anyway, this video is gonna talk about motorcycles and how they are inherently dangerous, right? This goes for anything on two wheels with a motor, hell, even bicycles, right? But how do we mitigate that risk and make riding just a little bit safer, you know, keeping us up on two wheels and not dealing with all this fuckery you see, you know, every fucking day and all that other stuff? Because, you know, if you're watching this video, odds are you're looking at getting a motorcycle or you just started riding. And if you mention it to anybody, the first thing you hear is, oh, I know someone that's died on this and hurt on that. And, you know, you get tired of hearing it, to be honest with you. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and break down a few things and really help maybe open your eyes a little bit on what you can do to ride just a little bit safer. So I've been playing this video, I've been kind of like going through the steps and what I want to say. So I think the most important thing is your mentality. I think once you're in control mentally on two wheels, you're already 50% safer, right? Don't let others ride for you. Let's start with that. So be in control of your mindset, right? If you're riding with a group of people, you don't have to keep up with them and you don't have to go as slow as them. Going slow on a road, like on a busy road, I find is just as dangerous as going too fast, right? So ride your own ride. You hear it time and time again, but it is extremely important to do, okay? Mentally knowing when and where to act fucking stupid, because you're going to. Everybody does, bro. That's the whole point, is to get a little reckless every once in a while. But knowing when and where to do that and not trying to just show off, I think that is a crucial step in riding safer, okay? So control of your impulses, I guess, would be the best way to put it. To hit on the ride your own ride just for 2 more seconds, you know, anything can happen anywhere. Don't think just because you're on a straightaway road that nothing can happen. I have intersections here, I got driveways, I got a whole bunch of stuff. This isn't the best road to say, you know what, let's see what this bike can do. Only because all it takes, dude, is this fucking BMW to come out of their driveway. They're looking that way, not this way. Or if I'm moving too fast, they don't judge that quickly enough. And, yeah, you know, you got to deal with that fucking situation. But let's also talk about this, right? So I have the mentality of, but what if, right? So, like, let's say right now a car hauls out and I T-bow them, right? Well, how I look at it is, okay, let me go back some. I can control most situations, but I can't control all situations, okay? So how I look at it is, all right, I'm in an area where there's a lot of cross traffic, there's a lot of traffic, stop and go, people behind me. The first variable I can control is my speed, right? So let's say a car in front of me slams on their brakes. I don't have enough time to slow all the way down, and I do hit them, which I shouldn't be riding that close anyway, but that's another thing. So personally, if I'm doing 35, 40 miles an hour, I know it's gonna suck, but am I going to get extremely hurt? I mean, there's always that small chance, but the likelihood is extremely less, right? So I always look at it that way, right? Like, so let's say I do get hit or I hit somebody, okay? What are the odds of me taking on some serious damage? And I always adjust my ride in that moment in time for that kind of mentality or that type of question. Obviously, I do everything in my power to stop that, but it's just the all in all, what if, right? Like, okay, so anyway, another big factor into riding safer is choosing the roads for your skill level. Now, that might not make a bunch of sense, but if my skill level is maybe, I've only been riding for 2 months, okay? I don't think you should be riding on a major highway, not interstate. Interstate riding, I actually think would be great for beginners, but highways, right? Like, just with a large amount of traffic, higher speeds, for, you know, the 50, 55 mile an hour posted places, and a lot of intersections, right? So a lot can happen extremely fast on roads like that, and you shouldn't have to think about what your next move is when you're riding. Honestly, everything should be muscle memory, and there shouldn't be many questions you should ask yourself in an emergency situation. So getting your fundamentals down and choosing the right roads for your skill level is important, and I've never heard anybody say that. I haven't. There are roads like the ones I'm riding today that have a lot less traffic, definitely some danger areas, driveways, intersections, but it's a great place to make sure you're covering your controls and maybe practicing, right? Maybe practicing, but this isn't a practice tutorial, but you get what I'm saying. Like, pretend a car's cutting out in front of you and you just slam on your brakes. Like, my bike don't have ABS, but I still know how much to apply without having to lock anything up. So another big thing into mitigating risk is to maintain a 360 visual around you at all times. You should never just be looking forward. Mirrors, keep them. I mean, I know that sport bikes look so much better without mirrors, but the mirrors can save your fucking ass, dude. And I have one instance where I almost got rear-ended sitting at a stoplight. Some chick was on her phone. This was 10 years ago. And, you know, I was just, as I was sitting there, I have, you know, on my sport bike, I have my fucking, my elbow up on the tank. I'm just chilling, and I'm like, man, this car's coming up quick. So I just hop her into first gear real quick, and there's a car in front of me. I kind of skirt over to the left just a little bit, and they start screeching their tires, and they pass me, but they didn't hit the car in front of me, because, you know, I was only to the left a little bit at that point. So I would have definitely gotten hit, and if it wasn't for my mirrors, I would have never seen it. So maintaining a 360 degree visual at all times, no matter if you're at a stoplight, stop sign, on the interstate doing faster than traffic, anything. A 360 degree visual is crucial. If you want to get rid of your mirrors, I think it's a pretty good idea to maybe come up with some kind of cool, like, you know, like they have baby cameras, right, for like cars. Like, what if you did that? I've never been out here. This is pretty cool, little trail. Like maybe mount a camera with like a little dash screen right here or something. And I feel like anybody could do that. You just got to get a little creative, but just make sure that you're always able to see behind you, because as dangerous as it is in front of you, you cannot control what the person does behind you, and that is another big thing, right? So the back of you might even be a little bit more dangerous than what's in front of you, because at least what's in front of you, you can work around, okay? Yeah, I've never been to this part of where I live, so we're just going for a quick cruise and talking about a few things. All right, so a helmet, okay? I'm gonna just briefly cover helmet and gear just because it needs to be talked about. Do your research, get fitted correctly, and don't buy an Instagram famous helmet, right? I'm not going to say any names, but make sure that the helmet you choose to buy has enough research and development behind it to where you know it's going to keep you safe in case of a fall. If you have the ability to not wear a helmet in your state, still wear it, dude. I'm telling you, I've seen so many videos of where it's not even the rider, and it's not even, I'll give you one example. Watch the video of some dude, right? He falls off his bike, like he locks up the wheels, bike falls over, he slides. His head was completely off the ground the entire time until his head hit the back of a car, and he was wearing a helmet. He was good to go. I mean, I think he had a concussion, but if he didn't have a helmet, he would be dead. So it's not the initial fall that's gonna get you. At least I don't think. Another quick thing about helmets is, from what I understand, over 70% of initial impacts for motorcycles is on the chin. So you either wear a full face helmet or don't wear one at all, because honestly, what's the point, right? 70% of the initial impact is on the chin of your motorcycle, or of your helmet. Keep that in mind when choosing one. And I know us Harley people, you know, we're the ones that aren't wearing the full face helmets most of the time, but I don't ride without a helmet, period. Road conditions are another big factor, not even just rain, snow, ice, none of that. Sand in the road. I don't know if you can see it in this video. I take pretty good videos, but yeah, just be careful. Always make sure you're looking. Don't just assume, you know what I mean? It's always good to know your roads as you're like before you choose to start ripping up the street. Make sure you're familiar with the roads. That's what I did when I was up in the mountains in California, when I lived there. Any new road we hit, we rode it probably 2 or 3 times front to back before we started pushing it a little bit. And I mean the speed limit type shit, because we wanted to know all the conditions and what the possibilities were. And I'll give you one perfect example for that. Up in the mountains, there was like this natural spring. I don't really know. I have no idea where this led me out, but we'll go down this road, shall we? There was like this spring in the road, and California's a desert, but there was this little bit of water that was always there, guaranteed. And if you were pushing around that corner, you might have ate shit. So that's just one stupid little example to keep in mind. I don't mean to ramble on that topic too much. Another big factor is knowing when to ride. So it's not the smartest to ride after 5 o'clock on a Wednesday when everybody's just rushing to get home. I think we can all agree that people just want to get the fuck home when they get off of work, you know, middle of the week, whatever. It's shitty. No one wants to be in traffic, so everybody's cutting in and out. No one's really making the best decisions, you know. If you have the ability, you know, say, you know what, I'll just wait an hour or 2 before I get on the road, take the bike out for a rip. Now, if you're like me, you ride your bike to work every now and then. So fuck, I'll stay late. And I'm being dead serious too. I will stay late. I try to be smart about things, you know what I mean? I don't need to ride, I want to, so. And I want to ride the next day, so I'm not trying to fucking deal with all that bullshit that these crazy ass drivers bring along middle of the week. So, another big thing, I didn't touch on it when we talked about the helmet for a second, but is make sure you always have the correct visor for your time of day. I wear a tinted visor as much as I can, but when that sun goes down, I can't see a fucking thing out of this thing, and I don't know how all these Instagram riders do it. Because I have fucking great eyesight, and these motherfuckers are doing 120, 150 on these sport bikes with tinted ass visors down the highway, and I have no idea how they're seeing. I always carry a clear visor in my bags at all times, because I found time and time again that I end up riding a lot longer than I anticipated, and now I'm stuck with a dark visor and I can't see a damn thing out of it. So this used to be all woods, guys. All of this woods. This is where we used to come out and have bonfires and shit. It's actually really fun. Kind of sucks seeing it low-key, but yeah, when I was younger, like this was over 10 years ago, all of that was woods like this, and it just used to be a huge meetup, you know, all the high school kids, whatever, and we would just kind of go tear it up down there. I mean, shit, there'd be four-wheelers, side-by-sides, all kinds of cool stuff. And oh, look, they're fishing out here. This is probably a pretty good spot, huh? But yeah, miss those days. You know, another thing about riding safer, hey, road rage, man. People are just gonna hate you for being on a bike to begin with. Don't ask me why, they just do. And they don't really give a fuck. Like, they will cut you off, they're gonna ride your ass, they're gonna do a whole bunch of things, you know. Don't road rage with them. You're not gonna win a fight, bro. You're not gonna win that fight, car against motorcycle. As many times as I've gotten fucking pissed and just wanted to knock a mirror off or, you know, punch the fuck out of the driver, all it takes is for them to just be a little bit crazier than I am in the moment, and they just have to swerve and your ass is fucking grass. And road rash isn't fun, so I've heard. So that's definitely something to keep in mind as well. The road rage, you should probably just try to not, you know, try to avoid it at all costs. Now let me clarify, I'm not above road rage, okay? I understand why y'all do it, and I'm not admitting to guilt or anything, but you know, I might have gotten mad a time or two. So, but yeah, you know, pick and choose wisely, that's all I gotta say. And make sure you're fast enough to get away from the car that's pissed off at you. But anyway, guys, you get the point. I'm not gonna go over too much more on this subject because I have many more videos breaking down even more in depth some safer riding choices and whatnot. But washed the bike today, it's looking so much better. I've kind of neglected it, but the 2022 Lowrider S Gunship Gray Stealth pipes, they are polished. I need to go back over them with Scotch-Brite, maybe some polishing, whatever. OG Moto crash bar, Thrash and Supply, Bourne's Thrash and Supply bags, Saddleman seat, custom wrapped or whatever by Born Scum. That's their logo there. Check out my Instagram link for 10% off. And yeah, we're running the Insta360 today. Wireless charger plus the quad lock. Well, it's all quad lock plus the dampener. If you're riding a motorcycle, make sure you get the dampener because it will screw up your camera. And for me, that's a big deal. I'm sure that's a big deal for you too, because everybody likes taking pictures of their shit. Am I missing anything else? Moto pegs, you know, thinking about getting rid of these. Might just give them away and getting mini floorboards. So comment down below if you would like them, and follow me on Instagram, and maybe I'll give these away. There's no need for me to throw them away. Someone will use them. So yeah, free. All I ask is for a subscribe, follow, and just give me a comment that you did, and I'll go through it and randomize it and send it to whoever. So yeah, guys, that's the bike for now. Thanks for watching my video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you want to hear, see, talk about. Maybe we can meet up for a ride if you're in Florida. And yeah, see you on the next one.